Human bodies can move up to a year after death. For more than a year after death, the corpse can move significantly. It has to do with the body's decomposition processes. These findings could change the way forensic experts analyze and interpret crime scenes, especially when human remains are discovered after a long time. The findings were made by Alison Wilson, a criminology graduate, who used time-lapse cameras to capture the process of body decomposition. She conducted her research at the Australian Facility for Taphonomic Experimental Research, AFTA, near Sydney. For 17 months, the camera took photos of the body every 30 minutes. After analysing the photographs, it turned out that the corpse was moving all the time. Places like AFTA are the so-called body farms or corpse farms. The decomposition processes of corpses are studied there, and forensic anthropologists are primarily interested in this research. The bodies are left in various areas and subjected to various treatments. All this in order to check and assess the decomposition characteristics of human corpses that are exposed to various external factors. On such farms we find bodies buried in the ground, wrapped in foil, in car wrecks or immersed in water. This is to simulate the conditions in which crime victims are found. Thanks to this research, forensic experts provide invaluable assistance to law enforcement agencies in catching murder perpetrators. The object of interest for Wilson and her colleagues was one of the 70 bodies found at the AFTA Corpse Farm. The bodies were buried with their arms placed along the body. During the experiment, the arms gradually moved away from the body and eventually found themselves at a considerable distance from it. The new findings have not yet been published, but they are a continuation of previous work that appeared in the journal Forensic Science International, Synergy. Wilson explained that some post-mortem movements were expected in the very early stages of decomposition. But the fact that they continued throughout the time the photos were taken was a complete surprise. We believe these movements relate to the process of decomposition as the body mummifies and the ligaments dry out, Wilson said. This knowledge could be important in cold case investigations, she added. Wilson's research is the first of its kind conducted using a time-lapse camera. They also provide evidence that the assumption about the position of the body at the time of death, even in the absence of other evidence that the body was moved, may not be true. This, in turn, could change the way scientists analyze and interpret crime scenes. The researchers also wanted to improve a commonly used system for estimating time of death. This system is based on the allocation of points that correspond to the state of decomposition of the body. In addition to discovering that bodies can move for over a year, the research also proved the effectiveness of the system, confirming its usefulness as a forensic tool. The results also confirmed the usefulness of time-lapse cameras in forensic examinations. Thanks to this research, investigators will be able to better understand the post-mortem movements of corpses and the rate of their decomposition, which may help to more accurately estimate the moment of death. Based on similar research, it may be possible to generate statistical data on the movement of corpses. This knowledge could be used to analyze crime scenes with greater accuracy. Such a database would provide information about how the body moved, which in turn could enable investigators to reconstruct the position of the body at the time of death. The Earth's north magnetic pole is moving towards Siberia. The movement of the North Magnetic Pole accelerated significantly at the end of the last century and appears to have no intention of slowing down. Of course, the geographic North Pole is in the same place it has always been, but its magnetic counterpart is heading towards Siberia. Every 5 years, scientists refresh the so-called Earth Magnetic Model, World Magnetic Model, WMM. It is the basis for all navigation systems, from systems controlling ships at sea to Google Maps in smartphones. Typically, the margin of error in WMM was exceeded after 5 years, but recently it has been happening faster. Due to rapid changes in the Earth's magnetic field, the 5-year model update period was no longer viable. A fix for WMM was released at the end of January 2023, and now the entire model has been updated, a year ahead of time. The newly updated model shows the North Magnetic Pole moving rapidly away from Canada towards Russia, or more precisely, Siberia. It's worth noting that while the pace is extraordinary, the movement itself is not. The North Magnetic Pole is not actually stationary. This is all due to changes in the movements of liquid ion currents in the core of our planet, which influence the behavior of the Earth's magnetic field. On the website of NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, we can read that, since the first formal discovery in 1831, the North Magnetic Pole has traveled approximately 2,250 kilometers. This migration was generally quite slow, allowing scientists to track her position quite easily. But that has already changed. The migration has accelerated and tracking the position of the North Magnetic Pole is no longer so easy. WMM is a model maintained jointly by the US NOAA and the British Geological Survey. It shows what the Earth's magnetic field looks like, specifically where the magnetic poles are located. Data for the model comes from satellites and 160 land-based observatories. WMM is important because of the key role it plays in navigation. Scientists don't fully understand why the North Magnetic Pole is moving so fast and why the movement has accelerated in recent years. Back in 2000, the speed was estimated at about 10 kilometers per year. The latest readings show that the magnetic pole is moving at a speed of 50 to 55 kilometers per year. The movement of the pole since the 1990s has been much faster than ever before, said Kieran Began of the British Geological Survey. We really know little about the processes in the Earth's core that drive this motion, he added. Although scientists cannot fully explain the processes in our planet's core that influence the wandering of the North Pole, they can map the Earth's magnetic field and calculate the rate of change over time, which helps them predict what the wandering of the pole will look like in the future. Of course, WMM is very accurate on the day it is updated, but accuracy deteriorates over time. At the beginning of the last century, the Earth's North Magnetic Pole was located in Canada. It is currently located near the geographic North Pole and is heading towards Siberia. Scientists estimate that the rate of wandering of the magnetic pole should decrease slightly to about 40 kilometers per year.